a new application, please do that either in paper or online. Annual dues are $48, prorated at $4 a month for new members. Kevin is trying to create a directory so that he can attach a picture to names and help us seniors with memory. So
Big letters?
big letters, big letters. So please track down Kevin sometime during the night or after the night so he can get a picture of you and put it in the directory.
Hey Jeff, I need to tell them about badges, I need to place an order because there's a lot of new
Yeah.
Say that?
badges. New
Badges.
We need a big order, you know, they don't know ones and ones and twos.
That's gorgeous.
So anybody needs a badge, I got a list on here, give me your name and where you live, and we'll get up a batch and have it made. Even if you've had one and lost one, like somebody I know.
Okay. So if you don't have a badge, give us Jack and he'll get your name on the list to get on the order.
It takes a while.
All right. One of the items we talked about last month was the Brave Like Ellie boxes. And this is one of them. Yeah, let's grab that. She has expressed a need for more boxes this year, but she said that there would be a change in the dimensions. And she hasn't fed that back to me yet, so that whole thing is kind of on hold until we hear back from her.
So the boxes right now is 16 by 12 high. And it could be, this is one example,
They could be made any way you want.
and it could have depends on if you want or to want to go.
For those people that had lasering capabilities, they were, volunteering to laser the top or the side or.
If anybody wants to make any, you could just cut out the boards and then get with somebody who's got a laser or something.
So that box right there does need to be lasered or engraved, so if somebody tonight can take that home with them
I could do it.
and do that.
All right, so as soon as I get, and I've pinged her multiple times, I know she's busy.
And that's one of them, great.
But as soon as I hear back from her, I'll release that information to the club. All right, what else? New business, we are going to have a spring craft fair. It's locked in Saturday, May 2nd at the Cleburne Convention Center, the same place that we had it last year. For members that want to get a booth, it's $50. Non-members, I think we're charging $75. If you want a booth, there's 60 possible maximum number of booths in that room. You need to reserve your booth by the end of next month's meeting. Barb is on a cruise goofing off, but she'll be here next month. Get with Barb before or during that, tell her that you want a booth, and then you need to pay for it by the April meeting. That way she'll know how many, she's gonna hold off inviting non-members until she knows how many members are claiming the booth. Those members get first choice.
What was that date again?
May 2nd,
May 2nd.
Can you repeat the booth prices again? I'm sorry.
$50 US.
And I think the time from 9 to 5.
Yeah, more details will come out on that. But those are the hard points. May 2nd, first Saturday in May, that'll be the Kentucky Derby. Members, $50. You gotta reserve it by the March meeting, pay it by the April meeting. Raffle items. We've got, every month, we get great raffle items. And I'm recruiting new sponsors, which is a slow and arduous process, and I would welcome anybody that would be willing to assist in that game. The more sponsors that we can sign up, the more items that we can bring and raffle off and be able to afford the things that we do. If you're open to making a video of your shop, remember to contact Bobby. I think he's still looking for subjects. And our social media department is hard at work, whipping our website into award-winning material. All right, what have I forgotten?
Purple Heart bench, the classes have not started yet. I think first class is in.
It's either April or May. I can't remember which month it starts, but it doesn't start till spring. So we still got some time.
Michael's got a set of legs made already. It's probably sometime in March. Probably start the building on top, and that'll be at my shop. And then Michael's got the legs, so look forward to
cookies
seeing an
gone?
email sometime next month. And we can get a top built.
All right, we need more cookie suppliers.
I think that's about it. If you guys haven't heard about the Purple Heart, visit our Facebook page and also type in Purple Heart on the web.
And I brought flyers for those of you that have not heard of Purple Heart. I brought some flyers so you can read up on it if you want.
And Michael, right there, he's in charge of coordinating.
Anything else?
Bobby?
Any update on Rick Megley?
I thought about that today, and I was too busy running around. I will reach out to him and get a status on him.
I want to mention that to the new people. They don't know who Richard is.
Yeah, well, one of our members has had a tough turn health-wise. Had a quadruple bypass surgery and it's down. He's slowly coming back. He has a shop in Arlington, not very far from Rockler. And he's asking for help if you're able to, whether it be financial or labor. I can give you more details on that if you're interested.
The last correspondence that I got from her was anything, food related. If, I don't know how that sort of thing works, but if you. Yeah. Or have it sent to them like through Uber Food or whatever, I don't know. But they're not gonna turn down any help.
Yeah. So Barb, our social event person, not here. Jake, our secretary, not here. Still hungover from the Super Bowl, I think. George, our vice president, where in the heck is he? Gosh,
Hag, you're it.
He's been around lately.
Ever since you got elected, people are dropping out.
Is it me? I took a shower, I shaved, everything.
We got
Your
more
shoulders
sponsors.
are broad, you can carry the load.
We got more sponsors.
We got more sponsors, we're working on that. Any questions before we turn over to Michael in his presentation? Won't guarantee I got an answer, but I'll field them. No.
What about the question that Jim had about MDF?
He's gonna come over to my shop.
Okay.
We'll fix him up. All right, Michael's gonna give us a presentation on portable shop bench breakdown kit.
Now, I sent out an email,
Got that.
with digital plans, but if you guys want printed plans of this bench, you're more than welcome to just come up and grab some, okay? But there's some in your email, and this bench is just a nice portable bench, so almost everybody always starts out in a small shop. I started out in a garage shop, and I came across this bench. And as you can see, it's just a suitcase bench, right? It's one sheet of 3/4 inch plywood, so it is rather heavy. But
Did you get that IKEA?
No, he's putting it together too fast.
Swear words for it to be IQ.
Right.
Too few pieces.
Yeah.
No screws.
yeah, there's no screws. And what these are just bed frames. They're just, that's all they are, they're simple bed frame latches.
Just buy those in pairs, or
What's that?
you just buy those in pairs, the bed frames?
Yeah. I know some people that actually have picked bed frames up off the side of the road and cut them off the rails. And I did not do that. And then the top hooks in, there's little posts here that come in underneath here. And then there's spring-loaded little latch to hold it in place. I didn't make it.
You only got 20 minutes. No pressure.
Well, we got a music time.
That sounded solid.
Well, let's see. There we go. You can sit on this, stand on this. You can see that this is the one item that has. If my daughter's 30 years old, that makes this about 28 years old. And this is one thing that has traveled to across the country with me. I have a bigger shop, I don't have plenty of room, but this still gets used non-stop. It's got nice storage underneath. So it has these little cutouts where you can just sit here and clamp your projects down. And then there's another, if you want, and I did this for a short while and then I gave up on it, but you can make a 4x8 sheet, lay it on here with little cutouts to hold this in place, flip out legs, and now you got a 4x8 worksheet surface. But this is one bench that has survived everything. It does need to be refinished. I thought about refinishing it, but it's a shop.
No,
Patina.
And like I said, I got the plans here. They're all in your email. They're also on our website. So you can download them there. It's from Shop Notes. And I know some people have saved a little bit of weight It made like the stretchers out of 1/2 inch and some other pieces out of 1/2 inch. I don't know if I would do that, but I do have to say, of all the portable equipment that I've made over the years, this has been the one that stuck with me. I've kept forever. Well, it's gonna be 30 years old here pretty soon. So that's the bench. And then I wanted to show you guys, we all love deep reach clamps. Right? So this is from King's Fine Woodworking. It's also in the email, the link to his YouTube channel. All right? And it's actually fairly simple design. You know, it's just a bridle joint or what's another name for this joint? But it's really fairly simple. The hard part for me was, and I'm going to show you, I brought my tap and die, and you would have thought, you know, making the threads on this would have been the hardest thing. It's really not. The hard thing for these clamps is when you drill the hole to receive it. If it is not close to perfect, it doesn't work. Matter of fact, I think Dennis brought the broken one.
No.
Oh, you did? Okay. So we broke one. So I screwed up. I didn't drill it well. So when I went to thread it down, it missed. So I had to take it all apart,
No, I
redo
think
it.
the dowels were, you did it too close to the end. You know, you did it too close and it split.
Yeah, so it's the trick to making these is drilling that hole. And you really want to get as close to perfect as you can. Because you'll see if it's not close to perfect, it'll come down at a bad angle and it won't work. So
We used these clamps when we did Purple Heart down in my shop.
They come in handy for that.
they come in handy for everything.
Yeah, it came in handy, so.
Now he says on his website or his video to soak it in mineral oil and then tap it out.
What diameter is it?
1 1/4. And then this, I figured we could just pass around to members. You guys can borrow this. I haven't touched this in 6 years. I've used it to make those 4 and this collects dust. So I would not recommend buying them unless you like collecting tools. We all do, but at some point you gotta go, okay, right? But it's actually extremely simple. You can actually just almost do this without any clamps. And when you don't soak it in mineral oil, it actually works just fine. There, just cutting it right there. This is poplar. See how it's just simply cutting. So you guys all are more than welcome to come up and do this if you want. And then I brought an oak one. Now oak chips out a little bit more, and if you look at those, they're chipped out some. It does not affect its performance in the least
Put
bit.
wax on it first?
What's that?
Put wax on it first? No?
You can. He talks about wiping it down, and I soaked 2 of them in mineral oil for 24 hours. I got less chip out, but then one of the comments was he didn't soak it at all, and he got very little, and I give very little. So save yourself some time, save yourself some effort. And like I said, it's 1 1/4. You get these at Home Depot, Lowe's. And they work great. I think they're super cool. You just watch this video and he shows you how to make them. And then you can have yourself a fun set of deep reach clamps. All right, and anybody can borrow this, and when you're done, just bring it back to the club and let somebody else borrow it, put it up on the table, and we'll just pass it around to the members.
Do those clamps interface with that table at all anywhere?
They could, I guess. I mean, they'd reach to the center here if you needed it to. You know, I think I made them 12 1/4, 12 1/2 inches.
I got a big frame I'm working on.
In the tap?
What's that? The tap's here as well. It's the same thing. You drill a 1 1/8 inch hole. The instructions are in here, but it just tells you to drill a 1 1/8 inch hole, and then And then I actually made a little wood block because my hands were getting worn out.
Are you gonna demo that?
What's that?
Are you gonna demo that piece?
I did not. I didn't drill a hole.
This isn't, you're not gonna get a passing grade on
No.
this.
This is the one that everybody seems to be scared about, is tapping a dowel rod. It works extremely well.
It cuts that easy, really?
It does. And this is the same thing. The key is drilling the hole. When you don't drill it straight, it sucks.
Tap it straight too.
Hey, Michael. So you purchased yours. Where did you purchase it from?
What, this?
The tap and die set.
Amazon. You know, made in China. Nice high quality Chinese. It says somewhere on here made in China, but it actually worked very well.
For those that maybe want to get it from I know Woodcraft also sells them. Tay Tools sells them. Tay Tools will sell you like a five diameter set. So if you're the type to collect tools.
All right. Anybody have any other questions?
Let me add on to what you said. Please endorse and work with the sponsors that donate these prizes. And that's the reason they're doing it, so that they get y'all's business. I just need to emphasize that.
One thing is if you wear your shirt or your ball cap, if you don't have one, it would be good to get one, because when you go into Rockford or you go into some of these places, Woodcraft, they recognize our logo
Yeah.
and they treat you like gold.
At Rockford, we get 10% off.
And Woodcraft too.
We do Woodcraft too, yeah.
And for the new members, see Justin, anybody needs any plywood or anything? See Justin Stewart. And he does a lot for the club, for donating stuff and,
So I show this when I go,
yeah.
because I don't wear my shirt.
Well,
I
but
show
if-
this,
But if you
yeah.
don't wear your shirt,
Yeah.
take your bag.
I can leave this in my wallet so that way I
Once
don't
you're
get
in
my
their
10%
system,
off.
they know that you're
Yeah.
a member.
We need a card, a member card.
That's what
We
this
used
is.
to, when we first started,
She's fixing to ask for a drawing.
He's saying that we don't give those out anymore.
Jerry Springer made those.
Once you register as Rockland, they got you down.
Yeah, they,
I'm doing that,
what do they call it?
but I've seen them.
Yeah, they got a word for it. No, for the membership. They got a word, Rockland has a word for it. I can't remember.
Fort Worth Collaboration.
It's not a reward or anything.
No, it's just a 10% discount.
That'd be great. Well, how fortuitous is this that we've got a bench to work off of? I know, this works great, I'm like,
So what I wanted you to do is put it together and go.
I don't know how many of y'all are wood turners or pin turners. Occasionally though, you get a problem with the kit. Sometimes Kevin called me and he said, look, you put a pin together and it didn't come out far enough. Well, as we were talking, discovered his kit, this thing doesn't have threads in it. And so when you get the pin kits, your ink cartridge screws in and out the middle. For y'all that, the ones that don't, the ones that do, it seems real simple, but the way this works is that dude screws in here, and then you push this in a certain length, and you screw it out where you want it, and then it comes back. But in his instance, his thing was bad to start with. It's called transmission or twist kit, whatever. And so, and then also, sometimes you push it in too far, and you can't retract it back out. So, on a click pin, you pretty much destroy it, disassembling. But twist kits, you can take them apart and put them back together. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate tonight. I had a few that I'd done, and I managed to do it with like punches I had at the house, but You gotta be real careful, because you've got a finished pin here that you don't wanna tear up the finish on. So what you do, I'm gonna show right quick.
And this kit does have threads.
Yeah, and so what I do is I find a pin that'll fit. I got this disassembly kit. You get vice grips with the rubber doodad on it. And you got a bunch of different size pins here. And basically I want to find a pin that'll just barely fit in there. Because the first thing I'm going to do is to go down through there and knock the tip back off of this. And actually with these kits, you can knock them apart and put them back together. Like if you put this in just too far and you need to take it out and move it back out, you can knock it apart if you're real careful and push it all back together. But he brought another kit. You gonna do it, you want me to do it?
I've never done it.
You just want to get it, and you just got to hold to it. Then I set it just on a block of wood. Voila,
When I ate that something.
come out, okay? And then next, we want to knock, it's either, say, I've heard them called transmission, I've heard them called twist kits, whichever way. And now you want to find one that'll just barely fit in there. All right, it's a little tight.
Did you get that punch set?
PSI sells them.
I don't know if I got this PSI or Rockler, probably PSI, because nearly everything I order from PSI.
I got the same set.
Yeah,
PSI.
so I got it PSI. So then you get your bigger deal, then you just want, now if I was just like, if I just put the transmission in too far, I would just tap it a little bit and try to get it where I want it, but his, we know, is messed up. So, okay, didn't have the clamp quite tight enough. Coming out?
There you go.
All right. So now that one's no good, so we're not gonna worry about putting it back in. Now you wanna use, you got a whole new kit? We gotta put the tip on first. So you wanna use that same tip?
Sure.
Okay. And I brought I've seen some other one of these, a friend of mine, and they're not happy with some of them. I really like this. This is the Millcrest one. Probably get the exact same phone from Rockler or Woodcraft. But if you're gonna buy one, I would buy like, this one works great. And I've seen other people with theirs, you gotta screw it, you gotta twist it. This end is spring loaded, so when you're putting it together, it kinda lets your hands be free. Okay, it'll hold it in place. But, you see you got gaps in this? When you like hold it together, don't lay your hand there when you do this. It'll make you wet yourself.
How do you know that?
Trust me. I saw it on a video.
We don't want to.
I probably got scars on my fingers to show why. All right, so you got your good transmission? Got thread in it. And what I normally do, I'll start out and I'll push it just past the little brass and then try it. And again, like I said, keep your fingers out of that little crack right there. It's a pretty pen. What is that wood? What kind of wood is that, do you know?
I do know
That's beautiful. See,
that. It
and
works.
that's what I do. I like to start short because it's a whole lot easier to push it again
Yes, it is.
than to take it back. Know what I'm talking about, don't you? For those of us that's made numerous pens, I mean, it's not, you get one and boy, it'd be going in and all of a sudden, you went way too far, so. This is where I normally get my fingers pinched because this is where like I'm normally holding my hand here, feeling it as it moves. I'm not even watching for it to move. I actually want to feel the movement. Mike, you want to go a little more, don't you?
Sure. you've got a pen.
Got a pen. Now, where's your little, you got your little piece, or the, oh, there it is.
How convenient to have a nice little workbench for you.
Right, yeah.
I have to bring that
That might
every
be why, that might be why he asked to have
Hey,
this.
look, wait a minute, hey, I tell you what, right now, flat out, no bartering, I'll trade you this ink pen for this workbench. I mean, I sell the ink pen for about the same price as this piece of plywood. All you gotta do is assemble you another bench. Didn't work at all, did it? Any questions?
What has someone done wrong when it won't retract all the way back?
You put it in too far.
Put that too far.
Do you have it with you?
No.
If we can fix it. Most of the time it won't retract it. I'm not sure what the deal yours is. I'd have to look at the kit and see.
It's a defective kit.
I think it is. And it do occasionally. I mean, they put these things out hundreds, and thousands probably. I've done hundreds of pens and I've had just a handful of problems with the kits.
One thing about ordering through PSI, if they got a defective kit, you can call them up,
I'll call them up
and
and
they
they'll,
will replace it.
yeah, you'll have
No charge.
a replacement part within a week. I mean, they do it that quick.
They drop it in the mail that day as soon as you
Yeah.
get off the phone.
We used to get a lot of defective ones like that when I worked at Rockler, so.
So any
it
more
doesn't
questions?
surprise me.
Old Sears hammer? Back when.
They all come from the
From
same
the
company.
automotive days.
Where'd you get those
My
vice
groceries
grips?
are pen kits.
What's
Where'd
that?
you get the vice grips?
PSI?
PSI?
Yeah, it's sold actually separate from this. You can order, you can look it up, you can either order buy this or
No,
buy
I
that.
have the punches.
Yeah,
See, I went to Woodcraft that had a problem with a pen,
yeah.
and the guy took out one of those, took out the punch kit, tapped it free. They didn't have the vice grips.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for them online ever since, but they sold me punches while I was there.
That's good. Yeah. I've used it more than I thought I would. The first couple times I messed up, I managed to do it without, the kit, and then finally after I did about 3 of them, and I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna continue making this mistake, so I went ahead and bought the kit. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's take a break and then we'll, do
You
some.
might want to leave that here. Where you need it.
I sell a lot of banks.
Hey, guys.
I sell a lot of banks that they utilize old post office box doors. This one is from about 1900. You can see that. I had one piece of curly maple, and you can see the rays in that. And so it was just enough to make the thing. This thing here, so. I remember what the dadgum. All of my doors work when I don't sell anything that doesn't work. Although I've had them come back because people couldn't open them. In fact, I made one that had 7 doors on it, and they couldn't open any of them. I opened every one of them 20 times while I was building it. So I had to give them a little lesson. That's what I built to bring out. If anybody's interested in this stuff, this is the door you're more likely to see available on eBay or wherever you go. This one is from about 1960. And I've got information in here on how to change the combination if you're interested in doing something like that.
Wow.
But,
I have one, I would like to be able to change the combination.
say what?
He charges.
I do a lot of them for people. They got the door, they want me to build a box, so I build a box of some kind, whatever they want. I've done that several times. But that's where I'm at this time.
Thank you.
Last month, our fearless leader posted a picture on our Facebook page. Under Chisholm Trail, and it's captioned, "Hey Gary, look at this." Oh, hey Gary Turman, look at this. Okay?
Challenge.
I took it as a challenge. You know the guy I am. Okay. It's called and I'm gonna ruin the pronunciation, but it's a dodecahedron. Don't know that I've ever heard that word before. So I Googled the picture, and it came up that it is a 12-sided object, the faces being pentagons. Pentagons are not too bad, you know? Just a 5-sided shape, 72 degrees on the corners. Okay? Get to looking at this picture. Most woodworking projects have parts in pairs. A door has 2 stiles and 2 rails. Cabinets have 2 ends. Boxes have 2 ends, 2 sides, right? Everything's in pairs. There's no pairs in this thing. In fact, I got to looking. There's only one shape. One side of a pentagon, beveled here, beveled at the back. One shape. 60 copies of it to make this shape.
60?
60. Okay?
So every piece is identical.
Problem, every piece is identical. Therein lies, identical. Therein lies. Therein lies, okay? This joinery is not up to my specs, Don. I'll assure you that it's not. Okay? But I want to know, did I meet the challenge?
Yes. Try harder.
I think you need to take your hat off to him.
I've also been told by my doctor, though, I need to quit doing these challenges. I'm losing way too much sleep. I'm waking up at 2 and 3 in the morning with all these weird shapes and numbers and angles and stuff running through my head. Needless to say, there's a few hours in this. The angles are not great, but the first picture frame that I ever made was not very square and straight either, so this would be my first attempt.
That's the first draft, that's what it is.
And the last. I'll pass another picture around. In this picture, there's one area that's curved. All this is all straight lines, and it just haunted me. What is that curve? What is that curve? Need somebody here to help me figure out, what's that curve, Don?
Is it a ball inside? A ball inside of it?
Sort of. Look at the top. You holding it? Show me how you're holding it. Curve down. Yeah, look at the top, and you'll see the thing is a light fixture. So it's a light bulb in the center of it.
Okay, it's a light fixture.
That picture's one bit around. Okay, I'll keep this one here.
Thank you. Thank you. See, nobody else was up for the challenge. You're the man.
All right, if we're going to do challenges, if he's going to issue challenges, issue it to the club and don't personalize it to me. Please.
I hate you anyways.
I'm now a member of 3 different clubs.
Should be a prize.
Been helping Liz 2 and 3 days a week with her farm, trying to get her into woodworking. Guys, that's where it's cutting in on my sleeping, you know?
Hey, you lost 12 pounds. Working on the shed.
Where do you want me to set it so that y'all can see it? Here? Yeah. Don't criticize the joinery because it's not my good work.
So it just needs to be bigger.
Challenge given. Challenge given.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandon. I made an end table. I picked this up at Woodshed. Had this nice big crack in it, so I epoxied that. Had this nice big knot hole through it, so I epoxied that. And I decided to try these bow ties out and made these out of ambrosia maple. And actually I had my father-in-law 3D print me the stencils for this. so I didn't have to spend the $25 or whatever at Woodcraft to do it. But I think it turned out pretty good.
That's great.
A lot better than that dodecahedron. I said it's a lot better than that dodecahedron.
Okay, I'll
No
make
joiner.
this. That is amazing. That guy will blow your mind, Morty. Simple little base. Joinery is all segmenting stuff. Maple, walnut, pecan, just all kinds of stuff in there, so just,
How many pieces, Walter?
oh, I counted them up, but I forgot. Give me a few minutes, I can tell you.
Let's just say 5,000.
It's beautiful.
Six times 16 is, well, and this right here would take, I don't know, a bunch.
Thank you, great.
And Walter's fits as opposed to mine.
My name's Ron Bruce, and you notice I'm in uniform tonight. I like turning mesquite. I like holy stuff. I like stuff that's apt to hurt me each time I turn it. But I really enjoy it. This is some of my favorite stuff when I've got a piece of mesquite that's just a chunk. And this piece was in my scrap pile for a while, and finally one day it like clicked how I wanted to put it on the lathe. I finally figured out, hey, if I put it on that way, it won't kill me right off the bat. But so, yeah, just a chunk of rough mesquite. And actually, my customers, when I set up at Artcraft, stuff like this sells quicker than my pretty bowls. You know, a nice real
That's a
finished
pretty
stuff.
bowl, man.
Yeah, I sell more items like this than I do like your regular like salad bowls or soup bowls or stuff.
Not just wipe on poly,
Yeah, just, no, brush on.
brush on.
Brush on poly. It's pretty much the only finish I use except on pens.
Good job, Ron.
I went in front of him on purpose.
So, I had this owl design, in an intarsia, in a pattern for intarsia, and I decided to, when I first saw it, I said, hey, I can make a box out of that. So I did. It's got all this intarsia pieces. You can see when I saw it, I knew that I could make a drawer out of that, just slick as can be. And I put this one a little bit hinged. And then I knew if I had to do this eye, I'd probably do this eye too. And so you can pull that out. I see. And I had a little note in here. One of the final 6 for Best of Show at the Texas State Fair. So I got a blue ribbon on this year in the bandsaw box division. You know, I kind of combined both of my loves. I love making bandsaw boxes, and I love making intarsia. So I kind of decided I would try to do both. And then I thought he might have to smile at us a little bit. And then, of course, you have to put the obligatory hidden drawer in the back. Anytime you build a bandsaw box, right? And then I decided to do something with this. So this is why we call it Hootie with the Booty. And that's its official name. And it's, I got to read these off if I can't remember them. So this thing's made out of black limba, wingay, sycamore, marblewood, canary wood, padoke, butternut, yellow heart, and sapale. That's the intarsia. Then the box itself is made out of walnut, arombe, maple, mahogany, and walnut. And you can see.
And it's not for sale, right?
No, ma'am. Nah, this is one I'm keeping. So, and I started doing something a little different with my pieces. I've been engraving this little plaque with my laser, and I've been gluing this on. I finished a piece up for a lady yesterday, and I did the same thing. I just put all the woods and stuff on it. So I'm real proud of it. It turned out really nice, and I love this. That's one of my favorite things I've ever made.
Finish. What's the finish?
Spray lacquer, Valcan. I mean, that's pretty much been my go-to for a long time now.
3 coats.
Yeah, about 3 coats, just Valcan, and it's nice because you can. And then when you get through, you know, you hit it with. I don't usually hit it with steel wool. I hit it with pepper sack. I just keep it clean, so, I mean, if there's any nibs that I needed to, I'll do this too, but mostly I'll just hit it with a wad up piece of paper sack, and it just makes it feel like butter when it's done, so.
If you use a brown paper bag, don't use the printed side.
No, don't use the printed side. But it works so good, there's a final buff, it works great.
My stuff's not near as refined as
No,
what
that's
you see in
badass
that.
right there.
So, but, this is a 99% chainsaw. The one thing it's not is the eyes, and then just a little finger sander on the snout. So, I had a friend of mine, he asked me a while back if I needed any gun parts or anything, so I ordered a few from him, and he said, well, make my wife a little lantern bear, so did that this week.
You just knocked that out this week, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
During lunch.
About an hour. It was about an hour and a half for the carving, and then burn it, and then flap sand it, and then
What's that made out of, Ray?
yellow pine.
And I just love watching Ray progress. I mean, since the last couple of years, I mean, that bear's got a lot of expression, and that thing looks great, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I try to do a lot of movement. You can see how the legs are, one's up, one's down, and kicked out. And, you gotta put the bear bud on them, so.